Holy cheesy.
Yeah, cheesy.
Right there. Now apparently I didn't provide you people with enough body shop shots in part 4. Ask and you shall receive. Let's spend a few minutes with Lawrence.
Nobody.
I came up to shoot some video footage.
Yeah?
Yeah.
We were just saying, I wonder if you come in.
What's your theory here, pal?
You tell me, I'm kind of surprised every panel have body filler on the skirt.
Huh.
Like every single panel. And that's nothing, I grind off lots from it. Even up here.
Really?
This whole didn't have body filler, like what? I was a little bit confused about that.
Holy cheesy.
A lot of filler.
That's a lot of filler.
Up here,
Yeah.
like when I grind this off, I was surprised that why I thought I would say a big dent.
Yeah.
The amount of filler it had here,
Okay.
and there was nothing.
So what Lawrence is saying is that this whole panel was filled with filler, but there's nothing wrong with the panel.
Yeah.
Like other than that little.
You see how over there have a dent?
Yeah, right here.
So I was expecting to see dent up here. But
Yeah.
the amount of cheese it had here.
So right here is that
Yeah,
dent.
it has the dent. I still have to pull
And,
that up.
yeah, so you got to pull it up.
Yeah.
You can just push that up, though,
I'm
right?
gonna push it up. Yeah.
Now, right here, there's something right there. That,
Well, look at how much filler they have.
yeah, like that's a lot of
It
filler.
was thick.
Well, I could feel it. You can just feel it, the difference on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me see if I knock.
You may not hear a big difference because
Yeah.
they have that coated on the inner of the
Yeah. Well, I can still hear a bit of a difference.
Yeah.
Hey, there's our mirror holes.
Yeah, even on that
Awesome.
side. Yeah. Oh, and it have some holes here, which I have no idea what it's there for.
Okay, which ones?
These ones right here. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Huh.
Now, my thing back in the day, they used to drill the hole with the screw to pull it out.
Yeah.
So maybe that's what they did on the fillet.
Okay. Well, I think there's actually. I think this might have been poked in the front. Like I don't think it's had a hard hit.
Hard hit. Well, that's what I'm saying. Maybe they just drill hole to pull
Yeah,
like this.
I would go with that theory
Yeah.
because it's not on this side, is it?
No, there's nothing on this.
No. I mean, the actual sheet metal,
Beautiful.
it's really
Beautiful.
quite decent. It's just shitty workmanship, obviously.
Yes.
Okay, well, that's kind of promising. So far, so good. There's very little corrosion on this body. The bad news? Who the hell was working on this thing before? So I've had some time to check things out right now, and I've taken a good look at everything I have, and it's not looking too bad, actually. So, big startling revelation on my part is the cost for a head gasket. A single gasket for this vehicle is stupidly expensive. I'm like $440, $450, somewhere between $400 and $450 US for a single head gasket. So that's changing my approach a little bit, because I was going to take that other head off and just do some exploratory surgery. I'm not now. Now I'm like, holy crap. So right now I'm going to start cleaning. So join me in my cleaning process. This is the head gasket in question. The $400 head gasket. I'm thinking for it to be worth that much, Ferrari must have specified for it to be coated in unicorn urine. Looking at the motor from this angle, you'd say, this is just an old tired motor. And it was at this point I was starting to have a little bit of doubts about my rebuild status. But But fortunately for me, since I started publishing these videos, all these guys have come out of the woodwork to take a peek at my Ferrari motor, and I have had a couple guys come by that are in the business of rebuilding engines, and they confirmed what I've already thought. I've scrubbed this deck of the block pretty darn decently. There's got some pitting in it, what I'm going to deal with in a bit. But let's head over and take a look at the head right now. I was originally going to take this camshaft off and then pull this valve out, the one that's got the corrosion, but I'm looking at it now and I think I might be able to do it just right here with opening the valve and sticking some Brillo pad in it. I may have overreacted initially. Now that this is apart, it doesn't actually look that bad, and I'm hoping right now it's actually going to come off pretty easily. So I'm just using some fine Scotch-Brite pads and some brake and small parts cleaner. It's actually coming off pretty easy. It's just kind of gooey without really having any significant adhesion to the valve or the cylinder head. We're looking down here at our valve, and there's our guide right there. Normally, a machine shop will check the valve for play, and as the guides wear out, that valve will rock. And if you're looking at this one, there's like zero, nothing, not a single ounce of rock in it, which means it's brand new. But yeah, looking good. Anyways, I think I've got the bulk of it. Scrape the remainder of the head gasket surface here. There's not too much. Most of it was on the deck of the block. Now I do understand that there are power tools to do this. I could easily grab my die grinder and put in a light abrasive pad in and be through this in 10 minutes. The fact that I spent 2.5 hours cleaning the block and the head and everything, it's just because the value of the parts. I can't afford to make a mistake on this. I think it's about time I get rid of the spark plug and the hose, right? Now that I'm getting rid of all the dirt, this thing actually looks pretty darn decent. You can see here where the head was just repaired how they numbered the cylinder head and the camshaft cap so they would put them back in the exact same spot. Yes! Thank you for watching part 5 of Project 308. I know it's a bit shorter than normal, but guess what? I'm stuck waiting for my fairy dust encrusted head gasket. While I'm waiting, I have set the motor aside and I've started assembling my CNC plasma table that I just took possession of. Like any hardcore project car guy, I have several project cars, and being able to cut brackets out and motor mounts out from a simple file on a computer, I think that's pretty handy. So stay tuned for part number 6 and some other stuff that is not Ferrari related.